This is the Khoodeelaar television channel broadcasting on the internet at the time of the broadcast is 1750 hours GMT on Tuesday, the 27th of August, 2024. Now, this is a picture of Nadine Zahawi in a piece that is headlined, "We have become less tolerant of people making mistakes," and it is the highlight is the political career of Nadeem Zahawi was shaped by Jeffrey Archer, then Boris Johnson. Was it destined to end in chaos and disgrace? Now, both Jeffrey Archer and Boris Johnson are congenital liars. And throughout the years that he pushed himself, Nadeem Zahawi came across on the platforms that he has given platforms as being really selfish, self-centered, and completely corrupt. That is how he came across. On the night of January 27, 2023, Nadeem Zahawi received a call from Rishi Sunak's ethics advisor, Laurie Magnus, thanking him for his recent input and diplomatically advising he would be writing a letter to the Prime Minister. There would be no need for any further consultation. In such moments, the British state can be cruelly euphemistic, yet Zahawi knew which way the wind was blowing. The Conservative Party chairman had been buffeted by weeks of scrutiny concerning his personal affairs and what he had or had not disclosed during his previous role as Chancellor of the Exchequer. As Boris Johnson's third and final Chancellor, after Sajid Javid and Sunak, Zahawi's tenure is likely to be remembered for three things. First, its brevity, just 63 days, the shortest stint since Ian MacLeod, Edward Heath's Chancellor, died of a heart attack a month into the role in 1970. Second, its turbulence. He told Johnson to quit 24 hours after he had been appointed. Third, his failure to disclose the fact that he was being investigated by HM Revenue and Customs for non-payment of capital gains tax arising from his decision to transfer shares in YouGov, the polling firm he co-founded, to an offshore trust controlled by his parents, an oversight for which he was ultimately fined £5 million. Sitting on a sofa in a photographer's studio in Islington, the only suited person in sight, the usually buoyant Zahawi, 57, goes a little dewy-eyed as he recounts the evening of Magnus's call. Gone is the 50-something whose intensity and sveltousness he lost 3 stone in 2022 by eating half portions, gives him the mien of a chief executive. In his place appears the boy from Baghdad, who, having lost everything once, for a moment last year wondered if he was condemned to do so again. He recalls, that was the toughest thing because you lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, about to face execution, and you sort of think, where do I go? What do I do next? Everything. Alone with his thoughts, he lay awake all night beside his wife of 2 decades, Lana, 58, who was blissfully unaware of what was to come. I didn't want to tell my wife that night, says the father of three. She asked me, "Is everything all right?" "Yeah," I said. "It will be completely fine tomorrow morning." I didn't want to panic her, but also I thought I could still talk the Prime Minister through what I've got. Maybe he will listen to me. He knew that chances of a reprieve were slim, yet there was something inside him that felt there would be a way out. At 7 a.m., he texted Magnus with new evidence, hoping to change his mind. Here is the optimist who, at his lowest ebb, and after being all but told he was about to be sacked, still thought he could persuade the Prime Minister of the merits of his position. Sunak was informed there had been a serious breach of the ministerial code and duly dismissed him. Today, months after the tax controversy has subsided, and Zahawi was handed the fine for what HMRC said was a careless and not deliberate error, I detect he is sorry, but not that sorry, willing up to a point to accept the verdict handed down to him, yet still determined to bring people round to his point of view, etc., etc. So the book is The Boy from Baghdad by Nadim Zahawi, HarperCollins, 25 pounds. After a degree in chemical engineering, he sold Teletubbies merchandise in partnership with the BBC. And there is this piece about Bill Gates. Bill Gates believed Jeffrey Archer and Jeffrey Epstein come very easily as mutually inclusive, exclusive, whatever the trend is. The Jeffrey is a bad common name anyway. Jeffrey Epstein could deliver the Nobel Prize he craved. Instead, the toxic dalliance destroyed Gates' marriage and stained his saintly reputation forever. As revealed in a book on how the Microsoft billionaire fell under the spell of the pedophile financier. Can you believe this? And this is a piece by Tom Leonard in the Daily Mail. Daily Mail of 22nd of August 2024. Daily Mail, Thursday, 22nd of August 2024. Owner of fake news site that fueled riots arrested in Pakistan. One of the suspected owners of a fake news website linked to Russia that fueled riots in Britain has been arrested in a swoop by Pakistani authorities. Farhan Asif has been accused of being behind Channel 3 Now, which amplified false claims that the attacker who killed three girls at a Taylor Swift dance class in Southport was a Muslim asylum seeker and on an MI5 watch list. Channel 3 Now, which a Mail investigation revealed started out as an obscure Russian YouTube channel 10 years ago, spread the misinformation to millions online. The lies sparked ugly scenes across Britain, including in Southport, where police officers and a mosque were attacked. Yesterday, Pakistan's Federal Investigation Agency charged Asif with cyber terrorism after he was tracked down to his home in Lahore by ITV News. He has been charged under Section 9 of the Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act 2016, which outlaws creating a sense of fear or insecurity in society. An unnamed police officer told the Pakistan newspaper Dawn the alterations, I read that again, the allegations should not be taken lightly as they can have a far reaching impact on the Pakistani community in the United Kingdom in particular and Muslims in general. During a raid on the property, officers are said to have seized two laptops and a mobile phone. Confronted by ITV News last week, Asif denied being responsible for the violence, telling a reporter, I don't know how such a small article or a minor Twitter account could cause widespread confusion. The website mentioned that the suspect was a Muslim and an immigrant, but this has no connection to the chaos which is being caused by people in his own country. If there was misinformation, it could have been addressed calmly. Why was there such an uproar? Channel 3 Now was one of the first accounts on X to share incorrect details about the Southport suspect. The first mention of the name came from the account of Barney Spofford, an anti lockdown activist and Cheshire businesswoman. According to the latest Crown Prosecution Service figures, on Tuesday, 494 people have been charged in relation to the rioting and unrest following the Southport attack, and more than 130 people have been sentenced, with most sent to jail. Federal investigators in Pakistan were given a day to question Asif by a court yesterday and is due to appear in court today when investigators are expected to seek more time to interrogate him. Now, that is the Daily Mail of Thursday, the 22nd of August 2024. Former Chief Inspector Mark Warner looks uncannily like Jeremy Hunt. He's a police chief pinned ex girlfriend against a wall by the throat. A policeman's former girlfriend feared she was going to die when he strangled her. As she recorded him being verbally abusive, a court heard. Mark Warner, 56, an ex chief inspector, screamed he would lose his job and pension if colleagues heard the recording on her mobile, it was claimed. He then allegedly pinned her against a wall by her throat. The woman, who has not been named, told Preston Crown Court, I felt like he wanted to kill me and knew how to. It almost got to the point of not being scared because I had resigned myself to the fact I was going to die. At the time of the alleged attack, Warner was working in the Rochdale area. He was since retired from Greater Manchester Police. Adam Lodge, prosecuting, said the relationship began in 2018. They bought a property together in Whitworth, near Rochdale, in January 2022. They later split up but still shared the home. After the incident on 27th of July, 27th of July, the woman contacted police and Warner was arrested. He was charged with intentional strangulation, which he denies. Warner, a former chief inspector for Manchester City Centre, Longside and Moss Side, claims she was setting him up with the recording and that she went mad and was trying to punch him. So he used his hands to push her away. The trial continues. So Jenny Mare is reviewing Blake Lively's film, which she says betrays real victims of domestic violence. Okay, I'm not going to. So, what are they doing this about? The trial of Harold Shipman. This is on thought to be Britain's most prolific serial killer, G.P. Harold Shipman, pictured, who worked in Hyde in Greater Manchester, was convicted in January 2000 of murdering 15 middle aged or elderly female patients between 1995 and 1996. Sorry, 1995 and 1998. This new documentary features unique insight into the court case as it unfolded from barristers Robert Davis Casey and Chris Doe Casey, as well as from journalists who covered proceedings from start to finish. The film follows the trial from day one through to Shipman's sentencing and reveals just how challenging it was to convince the jury of his guilt. Could this friendly GP and pillar of community really have purposefully injected his victims with fatal doses of morphine? Now, this is something that needs to be reviewed in context. While Lucy Letby is being campaigned for as an innocent who has been somehow wrongly convicted of murdering 7 babies. There is an outcry in support of Lucy Letby, which is very mystifying.